Welcome to this exciting webinar hosted by Forcetalks, the leading Salesforce community platform. I am Pooja Roy, your host for today's session, and I am thrilled to introduce our guest today, Amit Chaudhary, a distinguished Salesforce technical architect who is a 23-time Salesforce certified, 3 Velocity certifications, and a notable presence in the Salesforce MVP Hall of Fame. With that being said, welcome Amit to Force Talks webinar. We are thrilled to have you with us.
Thank you, Pooja, for having me in the webinar.
Yeah. So today we will dive into Amit's incredible journey in the Salesforce world, uncovering insights and advice that are sure to inspire and guide both newbies and veterans in the Salesforce ecosystem. So without further ado, let's get started. So, Amit, your Salesforce saga is the stuff of legends. So, please take us back to where it all began. What was your first encounter with Salesforce like, and what sparked the genius idea of Apex Hours? Yeah.
So definitely, thank you so much for first of all having me in your program. So I'm really excited to share my journey over here. So around 2009, I introduced with the Salesforce and started working into couple of integration project that time. So I was a Java developer initially. I want to make my career into Java. So before starting into Salesforce journey, I was a corporate trainer, so there is a training is in my blood. So I did
Right.
like 4 and 5 year of training before jumping into this technical world. Then I was looking for a job into Java, but somehow I give an interview in the halfway coming back. There was another SFDC interview was going on. So I just say, okay, it is on a way, and let's go and sit there and do interview. I did my interview. They take a Java interview in the Java, and they hired me. And that time, to be very frank, I was very like I should join or not because it's a tool. Tool don't have any future. I am working
Right.
on a Java platform and I can build any tool into the Java. But then I thought let's join and explore because the Salesforce is a SFDC as a like cloud-based tool. And I
Right.
tried to search that time in 2009 and 10 a lot. What is that tool? And there was no documentation. Hardly there was anything. No content was out there. Even tailored was not there. So I
Yes.
jump into this and start looking into this. And when I started, then I found okay, it's almost similar to Java and uh, uh, similar to Java. And then I started my career into this. And once I entered into the Salesforce, I simply love to Salesforce because that was more easy than other platform which I was doing. Because if I need to make a connection with the Java, I remember the day of Hibernate, we need to do lots of things. But here, just make a query, data is there, and display on UI. That is the world that time on a Visual Force based era. It was
Mhm.
very quite easy. So and then I start digging into this, and yep, over the time, like when I looking for the documentation, hardly found any documentation. So that time I start contributing into developer forum. So because I want to learn something new from the other people problem. So people
Mhm.
were used to post their problem, and I started posting question and answer over there. And over the
Mhm.
year, I posted almost 1,200 best answer on the developer community. And then around 2016, I landed in United States, and
Okay.
I was feeling so much homesickness, to be very frank. And I was not having any friend here, and
Mhm.
I was in Michigan. There were lots of snow, so I was hard. It was really hard to go outside and make friends. So first 2 months was really crazy for me, and that time in the 2016 I was doing home work from home, so I don't used to go office as well. So that was a
Okay.
depressing time for me to having no friend, and so that time I said, okay, let's do something so that I can make friend. And as I say, like I was already involved with the community, so I
Mhm.
started a developer group that time into Farmington Hill.
Oh, in
And
US.
yeah, so at that time I started a developer group in Farmington Hill, and
Mhm.
then I remember that day I was not having any space. I don't know how to run it. I was not having fun. So
Right.
I conducted my first meeting in Starbucks, and Starbucks was almost 2 to 3 miles away from my home, and it was snowing. So I wear my snowshoes. It was that much snow, and I was walking in that snow for 2 miles. I know it's was horrible for me, and but I reached there. I was not expecting the people will show up. Okay,
Okay.
but by the time 4 5 people show up, the people
Oh.
was good. I had a good conversation. We talk
Mm-hmm.
about Salesforce. They drop me at home, so I make some friends. And then finally, next time there was a one guy who offered, okay, why you are doing there? We can have some presentation and something in our office. So he offered the office. Then we
Oh,
set up the second meeting in his office. And by the time there was some student come up from Ann Arbor University.
okay.
So, and they were looking to learn Salesforce and they asked me, can you teach me? I say, definitely I will teach. So
Mm-hmm.
I started teaching them, and then I did a couple of in-person sessions, and then I thought it's too cold for me. Let's do online, and
Yeah.
we started doing online sessions, and I started giving them session and teaching them free of cost. And
Okay.
then people were asking, few more people come, can you teach me again? I thought it's better to record and share the recording. So
Right.
that time we have to do something and share the content. So I was using Google Drive and it was almost full. So we
Mm-hmm.
started putting our content on YouTube and sharing with them privately. So
Mm-hmm.
that is
Okay.
how Apex our journey started. I never thought like we will be starting Apex our YouTube channel. That was nothing in mind, to be
Uh-huh.
very frank. It was just a way of more to share. And I remember when we were doing that, there was no one into YouTube arena as well to sharing the content on YouTube. And over
Mm-hmm.
the time, people like our mission. Lots of people from the community also joined. Um, uh, I remember Daniel Peter, Mohit, Jitendra Jha. They are the initial guy who also joined the mission and
Right.
did a virtual event, and people were showing up. And over the time, like 500, 400 people show up. So that was a good time. And yeah, that's all about how we started. I started my journey for Apex Hour. So we were there to help the community, help produce the free content, because there are lots of other places were there
Mm-hmm.
into that time, but all of them were paid. None of them was offering free. So our mission was to create some free content for the community.
Wow, that's quite a story, Amit. Like in those days, as it was actually very hard to find something, find the resources. Today, all the resources are available for people to learn, but in those days, it was very difficult. And you started something at the point where people actually wanted to start learning about Salesforce. So that is quite a story you talked about. But in those early days, when you like, you knew that you have started something good and you are spreading your knowledge to the people who wants it actually. So was there any moment that made you think that this is it, I am onto something big? Yeah, were there like any
No,
inspiration
no.
that really?
So we
Yeah.
never think about we want to go something big on that area, because the time which I'm talking about, the people was not there into YouTube. Even
Right.
we were not aware about that, and we were
Yes.
just sharing the content, publishing the content, and the motive was that time to be having our live sessions and
Oh.
sharing the knowledge. We were running the Farmington developer group, and
Mm-hmm.
we were doing the session over there. And
Mm-hmm.
only what we were doing, we are just dumping the recording on YouTube
Okay.
that time.
Okay.
But it's a virtual world. It's the word spread fast. The people like it, people share it, people go it, people start watching. And we started around 2016, and till 2018 and 17, like 18 and 19, there was nothing much were going on that YouTube channel. To be very frank, we were doing one session a week or month and posting over there. And around 2019, 18 and 19, I'm just missing the year, we
Mm-hmm.
come up, okay, let's do more things and let's have some training, because we were doing it, let's do some systematic trainings and all. So that
Mm-hmm.
time we started creating a courses, and so
Okay.
far we produced 14 course, we
Mm-hmm.
publish free of cost into Apex Hour. We can
Okay.
create those courses on Udemy and other platform, can make money, but no, that was never be a mission of Apex Hour. It's a community driven event. So if you go in Apex Hour, you will always say it's a community driven program by the
Mm-hmm.
community for the community. I
Very
never
good.
put my name over there because I'm just whenever people say I'm just a volunteer and I'm
Mm-hmm.
just helping the community and driving the show, helping the
Right.
people. That's all.
Yeah, most of the MVPs, they have been doing this thing for a long time now. They are only catered about, spreading their knowledge, what they know about. They are
Exactly.
always asking people to come and connect with us. We are always there. Even when I was talking to one of the MVPs uh, who was going to attend the Dreamforce, he also said the same thing, which you are like, talking about, that we just want people to come up with any questions or anything they want, and we are there to help. So it is like really inspiring. So now, shifting gears to the budding Salesforce stars out there, Amit. If you could send a message back in time of your beginner self, like what would be top three tips would you, would like to give to people who are starting?
The
Yeah.
the very first tips I will be giving back. So
Mm-hmm.
that is the way I learn. Personally, I learn. I was working in a project. There was no much learning into that project. Okay,
Okay.
and the people what they do, they keep doing the same thing, but they don't learn in other
Mm-hmm.
way. So I
Mm-hmm.
want to learn in other way. So what I did, I go to developer form, start reading other people problem, try to get that reproduce those problem into my developer org, and try to solve that. And that time I was just posting the answer. No, motive was never to have that x numbers of best answers.
Mm-hmm.
The
Mm-hmm.
motive was to learn from the other problem, real time problem, because that's the real time project problem, and I
Right.
was solving in my developer all. And over the time, when I tried giving back to the community using the developer form, I learn a lot. So that's the one. And that time I was also started like my own blog, Amit Salesforce. Now I'm not active over there, but
Yeah.
I used to write a blog over there. So in that, whatever I learned from my project, I used to
Mm-hmm.
write. So that whenever after few years I encounter the same problem, I can go back and look into this. So that is the one thing. Give it back. Use the forums. You can use the developer forum. You can use Success Forum. You can use Stack Exchange. I will be
Mm-hmm.
highly recommended that to get some real time experience. And the second thing I will be say go and use the Trailhead. Go and do the project over there. And the third tips is networking, because networking is very much important if you want to start your career or if you want to learn something new. Otherwise, if you are doing alone, you will be not learn from other mistakes. So when you are doing networking, it's not only getting the job, it's also talking what's you are doing in your project, what's happening nowadays, what is the trend, what is the new thing, so you learn from them.
Yeah.
You keep yourself
Networking.
updated.
Yes, yes. Networking is actually a very big thing in the Salesforce generation and in the Salesforce world, because people keep talking to each other, and they come up with new solutions and new advices for each other. So that's a golden advice, Amit. So now let's speak about hurdles. Like, can you recall a specific challenge you faced early on? Like, how did you turn into a stepping stone? Yeah.
So
If
when I started my journey, there was no trailer. There were hardly few bloggers were there who used to write the blog, and documentation was also, I will not say uh, uh, bad, but I will say not that great what it is today. There
right.
was very good example, and I remember that time only there was a one guide used to be there, that's a recruitment app. People learn from that to the Salesforce. So
Wow.
that was the era we come up, and
Yes.
so nowadays I will say we have lots of content,
Right.
lots of blogs, lots of
Right.
YouTube channel, lots of Udemy courses, which you can spend, and nowadays plenty of trainers are also
Mhm.
in the market, so you can go and connect with any of them.
Right.
So it's all depend how you want to learn. There are lots of local user groups are there, you can
Mhm.
connect with them. You will be find some superstar rock star who is actually helping in the community.
Right.
Sorry.
Yeah. So that's great. People are there to help each other, and not just in the Salesforce communities, but they are you guys are like are also available in on LinkedIn and Twitter, and always responsive to the people who are there who needs help. So yeah, that's great. Uh, I'll talk about the toolkit now, Amit. In your arsenal of resources and practices, what are the absolute must-haves for Salesforce success? If you can talk about it a bit.
So
Yeah.
toolkit definitely, if you want to do some productive work, then I
Right.
will be definitely say like you should have a VS Code. You should have appropriate extension installed into that, and
Okay.
then you should have a Chrome extension. They are pretty much useful, which is handies, and you should have a good command on the Salesforce CLI so that you can do the deployment very quickly from your machine. And
Mm-hmm.
if you are on a tech lead and architect, then I will be highly suggest you should have a good grip on what I say, uh, Visios or Lucid Chart, those kind of tool, because communication is the key. So
Right.
if you are a tech lead or architect, you are not able to communicate your solution properly to the developer, you will be end up introducing the tech debts. So that I will be highly recommended. Focus on the communications and communication tool, presentation tool. That
Mm-hmm.
will be really good tool set which you should have in your pocket.
Right, right. Those are very, very good recommendations. I'm pretty sure that our audience are taking a note of it. Thank you for those recommendations, Amit. So, Salesforce new. Let's. I really wanted to talk about Salesforce new programs that they are coming up with now. So, what do you think? Are they going to be reshaping the career paths? Like, in your view, how are those programs altering the course of Salesforce learning and career development? What do you think about it? Yeah.
So definitely Salesforce have lots of program, Talent Alliance, and they also have a certification day. So what they are doing, they are also helping you to grow your journey to the Salesforce. That is another program. So that was initially launched into this India,
Right.
but now they come up to the US and Canada as well. So those
Yeah.
are the program. If you are like a fresher, not having
Mhm.
experience into Salesforce, I will be highly recommended to go into those program, join that. There are plenty of people who are doing the mentorship and
Mhm.
teaching people in the free of course, and definitely the community group like Apex Hours and
Mhm.
other also groups are there into which are doing lots of free training program. Go
Mhm.
and leverage that so that you can make your career. In
Mhm.
terms of career, they will be helping you to learn Salesforce. They will be helping you
Mhm.
to give you the guidance what path you should select. And top of it, if they have any opportunity, they will also love to share the opportunity with you as well, if they know anyone into their network.
Okay, okay, that's great. Actually, great advice. Amit, like you are now a part of Salesforce MVP Hall of Fame, but we all know that reaching Salesforce MVP status is no small feat. So, could you give us a sneak peek into your journey to this esteemed title? Yeah.
So I will be saying like I talk about my journey. I never thought to become a Salesforce MVP. If you
Okay.
have the same thought, I will be say it doesn't matter. It's just a title. You become MVP or not, you will
Mhm.
be MVP. Okay. When
Yeah.
you are doing something good, and I still remember the day when I was teaching the peoples into
Mhm.
Farmington Hill, and they were student and they got a job, and they come up and they give me a hug and say that hey, I got a job. That's a
Wow.
satisfaction. And
Right.
once you get that kind of satisfaction, you're already MVP. You don't need a title from anyone. And
Absolutely.
once the people personally message me, I'm
Mhm.
already like to be very frank, Salesforce MVP or Hall of Fame.
Mhm.
Now title doesn't matter to be very frank, but still, when the
Mhm.
people come up and simply post a message on LinkedIn, hey Amit, this helped me and I got a job and I got this and all, that actually simply made my day. And
Yes.
people can make money, but they
Absolutely.
cannot make they cannot earn blessing. So what
Blessings.
I'm saying, if when you will be start earning blessing, you are MVP.
Of
And
course.
apart from that, it's just a title.
Right, right. That is absolutely agreeable, and I do feel that the people who have been reaching out to you guys, and they keep on, talk about you because you have been helping them, and that is the most satisfaction you all need. We all need in our life. Even when we were talking to a lot of people who have been doing and learning Salesforce, and they keep on taking your names, even the group of members you have in the hall of fame, and when we talk to them also, they keep on talking, like you said, Jitendra Za, we guys keep on talking
Yep.
about each other. Yeah, so that is great. That is the satisfaction we all need.
So that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Those kind of guys, Jitendra Jha, Daniel Peter, Rakesh,
Yeah.
Gaurav Khetarpal, the name
Tripal.
itself is fine enough. They don't need a title. That's what I'm saying. The contribution which they made to the community, that is main thing. So
Abs-
same thing, same tips for anyone who are thinking to become. First of all, remove your selfishness season. Most of the
yeah.
people thinking I will be become Salesforce MVP, I will get a freelancing work, and I will start my company. No, that never work out. Once you
No,
will, even if you get the title, you will not get all these things. You will be
absolutely.
get all these things based on your knowledge, based
Knowledge.
on your skills, based on your expertise. If you
Of
don't
course.
have and you're MVP, still you'll not get anything. But
Yeah.
I will be suggest if you want to still go into the same path, start
Mhm.
giving back to the community. Whatever you learn, come and share with the people into the different manner
Yeah.
and selfishness. And then one day people will be recognize your effort, and the community will be recognize your effort for sure.
Yeah. We have this very beautiful community over Salesforce where people, every one of us now know that networking is very important in Salesforce, and people keep talking to each other. And we have this very beautiful community in Salesforce, which makes it all the more easier for people to connect. So, Amit, thank you. Thank you so much for sharing your incredible journey and insights with us. You have not only enlightened us, but also sparked a fire of inspiration. Thank you so much for joining us. It has been
Thank,
an incredible conversation with you.
thank you for having me.
And to our fantastic audience, your energy and engagement have been the heart of this webinar. Remember, in the world of Salesforce, every challenge is an opportunity. Yeah. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.